What it do? What it do? This your boy Gangsta Cap. You already know what time it is. I got the lowdown for the low now, and this is where it go. Damn. Like, share, subscribe to the page, cause you already know. This is the number one spot on YouTube for online interviews and celebrity gossip. And if you ain't in tune to what's going on, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the page so you can stay in tune to all the latest content. You already know how we coming, man. You already know. But do I got some news for you today? Because I think it should be broke down. I think the less people are talking about it, and the less people probably know, man. You got to get to the bottom of all this before it come out. And you know me, I got the news, man. I know everything. Ain't nothing that I don't know and that I won't find out, man. So it's looking like your boy, Carmelo Anthony, appeal has went through. So the appeal has been filed, but it's been filed with a public defender. Let me say that again. The appeal has been filed with a public defender. And I think that's also one of the worst moves the Carmelo family can make. And that's also showing me that they are not moving righteously, man. Because if you was moving righteously, before I even file an appeal, I'm going to have me the right lawyer file that appeal, man. I don't want no public defender filing an appeal on my son's behalf. I just don't. I'm going to just keep it real. I don't want no public defender filing no appeal on my son's behalf. It didn't go good with a real lawyer. So why would I think for 1 minute that it's going to go good with a public defender, y'all? Real talk. It ain't been looking too good with Howard and Toby Shook, man. Howard and Toby Shook didn't do a good job for your boy. So what makes you think a public defender is going to do any better? I just don't understand, gang. I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused. And I feel like that's the first mistake that they making on this second go around, gang. This second go around supposed to be strategically done. Strategically done. Now, I'm not saying that the family is wrong for filing an appeal so fast, but what I'm saying is the appeal should have never been filed without the proper attorney. You need the proper attorney to file that appeal, man. Now, your boy Charleston White came out and said that he was willing to give the family $75,000. $75,000. Well, guess what? In the midst of 24 hours, he has backtracked that statement and said he no longer wishes to work with the Anthony family. I wonder why. I wonder why. Why, in a matter of 24 hours, with your boy Charleston White, who vigorously went online and said that boy Carmelo Anthony needed help and he needed the right people behind him, is now willing to go all out and stand behind your boy Austin Metcalf. If you don't know, then I'm here to let you know, man. I'm here to tell you. How you doing, brother? Yeah, I'm right here. I'm here to let you know. Yeah, man, I can't complain. Another day, another dollar. We trying to get it by all means. By all means, I need all of it. Just 541 for you. You know how we do. Break that out at 20. Just trying to give these brothers some game this morning. Get them some game. We got 1460, man. I'm gonna give you that penny. You already know. You back with it?
Yes. Yeah, please.
You already know. Definitely. All right, family, you have a good one. Indeed. So like I was saying, gang, like I was saying. So all you got to do is pay attention, man. In a matter of 24 hours, your boy Charleston White has decided to take back his cosign for Austin Metcalf. He decided to take back his donation. He said he will no longer be donating $75,000, and he will no longer be using his resources to help Carmelo Anthony. Now, why would Charleston White do that, yeah? Ain't nobody gonna speak on that though, right? Why would Charleston White out of nowhere just say, I take back my sponsorship? I know why he did it. I know why he did it. Because all it took was him to talk to that father one time. All it took was Charleston White to talk to Carmelo Anthony's father one time and see that this man genuinely did not care about his son. Let me say this again. All it took was Charleston White to talk to this man one time and see that he do not care about his motherfucking son. Let's be honest. You don't walk out the courtroom when your child is being sentenced. I don't even think the father gave a statement during the sentencing phase. Let me say this again. The only person that spoke up for Carmelo Anthony when he was being sentenced was his mother. I don't even think that the man, his own father, spoke up and showed any admiration, any love, any support for his son during the sentencing phase. Now, this is a man who this is your son about to go to prison. This your son about to go to prison. Ain't no way my son about to go to prison, and I'm not going to get on that stand and do everything to the best of my ability to persuade that jury. To persuade that jury. Pay attention, y'all. This is your only chance to persuade the jury, to make sure the jury don't do your son wrong. This is the only chance where the defendant gets to have his peers, his teachers, anybody he want get on the stand so he could get some type of consideration, some type of partial love. Anything would have helped that child. Anything would have helped that child. So all you got to ask yourself, you got to say, it's mighty funny that the father not only didn't speak at the sentencing phase, but he also never once shedded any tear. Has anybody seen the father cry once? And I've watched plenty of interviews. I watched press conference. Have anybody seen this father shed one lick of emotion? One tear. Just one tear. Because I haven't. And I bet you he sat in that courtroom and never showed one tear in that courtroom. I bet you the wife was crying. I bet you his mother was crying in the courtroom. And the father didn't show not one concern. Because what y'all fail to realize is, he's happy. That man is happy. That child was a burden on him. That child was a burden on that father. I don't think y'all understand that this shit starts at home. I tell people all the time, man, this shit starts at home. Before it ever made it to Frisco track, before it ever made it to Frisco ISD, this shit starts at home. This nigga didn't start taking knives to school because he was being bullied in school. He was playing with guns. He was playing with knives. That shit start at home. He was already being defiant in the household. He was already being disrespectful in the household. They're not going to tell you that because it's their job to protect their son. But we all know the truth. We all know the truth, man. What it do, family? We all know the truth, man. It's their job to protect their son. It's their job. I feel he should have got life too. But I'm gonna expand on that and make y'all understand how he gonna end up getting life. He's still gonna get life. I'm gonna help y'all understand how all this gonna backfire, yeah. I'm gonna explain to y'all how all that's going back. Hey yo, that's all you getting, bro? You good? I'm gonna help y'all understand how all this is gonna backfire on Carmelo Anthony. See, pay attention. This all starts at home, right? Like I said, the reason his father ain't showing no emotion because the father don't feel bad about that boy going to jail. He don't care one bit that that boy about to go spend 35 years in jail. All that man care about is the motherfucking money. All he care about is the money. And I could prove it. You want to know how I could prove it? Because your emotions outweigh the circumstance. Your emotions is supposed to be war on your shoulder. Nigga, we talking about your son. Nigga, we talking about your son. We talking about your son. Don't you know if my son was facing life in jail and my son got found guilty, I wouldn't be nowhere near as calm as that man? Don't you know if I claim my son got railroaded and I claim my son was being done dirty and there was an injustice and there wasn't a fair trial, don't you know I wouldn't be nowhere near as calm as that man? Pay attention. This all was a setup. Everybody played a part in it for the money. This all was a bigger setup for the money, man. One big setup for the money. And I'm going to tell you how everybody played a part in it. And what y'all don't know, watch this. Because, like I told people, there's always a sacrificial lamb. There's always a sacrificial lamb in every story. There was one in the Bible. You feel me? It was a sacrificial lamb in the Bible. It's always somebody being sacrificed. Always. And like I told people before, everybody know this child was going to be found guilty. But it was a matter of how much time this child was going to get. Let's keep it 100. Everybody knew this child was going to be found guilty. If you know Texas law, then you knew he was going to be found guilty because what he did was not self-defense. It was just a matter of how long he was going to get. Now, what I want to know is, when did the deal take place? That's what I want to know. Because what Carmelo Anthony parents don't know is that there was a secret deal put in place behind their back. They were told to get a certain lawyer behind their back. The whole play was put together, y'all. And I'm about to break it down to you, how the play was put together. You do know who one of his lawyers was, right? You do know that the only person that could have put this play together on his staff is one lawyer, right? They didn't move the case from Denton County to Collin. Man, Frisco is not Denton County, bro. The case was not moved from Denton to Collin County. Frisco is Collin County. Cisco is Frisco is Collin County. It took place in the county that it happened in. But let me put y'all on game. You do know who one of his lawyers was, right? See, I'm about to certify y'all into some real shit that you didn't know. because you do know Yellow Beezy lawyer is Toby Shook, right? You do know that Yellow Beezy has one of the biggest trials coming up in Dallas County in the next upcoming weeks. And his lawyer is the same lawyer that represented your boy Carmelo Anthony by the name of Toby Shook. And what I'm trying to tell y'all is there was an underplay for the overplay already played. If you know, then you know. I'm going to say it again. If you know, then you know. Your boy was a sacrificial lamb. Your boy Toby Shook ain't about to lose the Yellow Beezy case. It's already put in place. Already put in place. Diggs, what up? Already pull you. And if you don't believe me, do your research. If you don't believe me, do your research. Please get on top of it right now. Look up who was Carmelo Anthony lawyers. Look up who was Carmelo Anthony lawyers, who he had on the trial. He had Howard and Toby Shook. Howard and Toby Shook are not public defenders, bro. Howard is a Dallas County lawyer. Howard was not a public defender. He tried to get a public defender. He ended up having to retain a real lawyer. That was the real lawyer that your boy Carmelo had on the trial. That wasn't a public defender. He has a public defender now. Your boy has a public defender now. That he do have. I'll give you that. Right now, your boy has a public defender. Why? I don't know. With all that money that they raised, I don't know why he have a public defender now. Maybe they spent it all in the beginning when they bought the house, when they bought the car. I don't know. I heard they bought an Escalade. I heard they moved into a new mansion. Maybe they spent all the money. I definitely watched the trial. Howard is a retained lawyer, private lawyer. Toby is a private lawyer. You can't get that lineup on no public defender, my nigga. They didn't give you don't get two lawyers as a public defender. Do your research. You don't retain two lawyers. When you get a public defender, they only give you one lawyer. He had three lawyers. Your boy Carmelo Anthony had Howard, Toby Shook, and some other dude. That is not false. See, this is what you fail to realize, buddy. They had more than one crowdfunding. They didn't just have GoFundMe, bro. They had two. They had GoFundMe and they had a GoSendMe. And the dude from the GoSendMe said that he released all the money to the Carmelo family, to the Anthony family. See, do your research. They had more than one crowdfunding. They had a GoFundMe. Them niggas had a GoFundMe and they had a GoSendMe. Some shit called GoSendMe. They had two different crowdfundings, my nigga. One of them they didn't get the money from. GoFundMe didn't release the money, but the other one did. My boy, he didn't go to court indigent. Do your research. He had a paid lawyer. Toby Shook is not a fucking Toby Shook is not a public defender, dog. Toby Shook is not a public defender. Do you know how much it costs to get Toby Shook? Look it up. Do you know how Toby Shook is one of the best lawyers in Dallas County? This nigga Carmelo Anthony had a star fucking lawyers. He had star lawyers. Toby Shook is one of the best lawyers in Dallas County. He will be representing Yellow Beezy. He will be representing Yellow Beezy in the upcoming trial against Mo3. Toby Shook costs thousands and thousands of dollars. Go look it. Google it, my nigga. All you got to do is Google who was Carmelo Anthony lawyers for the trial. And you'll see all his lawyers. That's my point, bro. You making my point. That's my point. That's my point. He had star lawyers, and they all got him evicted in less than a week. Pay attention. That's my point. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all the play was already set up for Yellow Beezy. The play was already set up for Yellow Beezy to walk. Everybody know that lawyers play the game. You wash my hand, I wash yours. Everybody know how these lawyers play. You look out for me, I look out for you. Hey, you help me on this case, I'll help you on that case. You do know that the DA and Carmelo Anthony lawyer went to school together. They used to own a law firm together. Howard and the DA used to own a fucking law firm together. So pay attention, my nigga. Not only did they go to school together, when they graduated law school, they opened a law firm together. So his lawyer, Howard, is directly connected to the DA. His other lawyer, Toby Shook, is connected to one of the biggest cases in Dallas history, the Mo3 case. You don't see what they did to your boy? You help me on this, I'll help you on that. Pay attention. You give us Carmelo Anthony on a silver platter, and we will help you with Yellow Beezy. You give us Carmelo Anthony on a silver platter. We want Carmelo Anthony for killing the little old white boy. We don't want Mo3's killer. Matter of fact, we'll let Yellow Beezy walk. If you give us Carmelo Anthony on a silver platter, if you don't defend him, don't give him the best counsel. Don't object to nothing. Let this nigga get fried. If you let us fry Carmelo Anthony and you don't defend him and don't give him a good defense, then guess what we're gonna do for you on this upcoming Mo3 shit? We're gonna help you out. We're gonna look out for you, Toby Shook. How much y'all wanna bet? How much you wanna bet? Toby Shook, don't look unprepared when this Yellow Beezy case comes. Everybody in the courtroom said that Carmelo Anthony lawyers look unprepared, as if they didn't care. They wasn't objecting to nothing. They only had one witness. Only one witness for Carmelo Anthony got on the stand. How much you want to bet that this man Toby should be very prepared for Yellow Beezy case? How much you want to bet that nobody gonna say that Toby Shook didn't do a good job in the Yellow Beezy case? But you telling me a high-profile lawyer out of Dallas County who was lawyer of the year? You do know Toby Shook was lawyer of the year like 6 times. Like 6 different times he was lawyer of the year. Best lawyer of Dallas County. You do know that, right? Like, you might want to do your research on who Toby Shook is. Go do your research on who Toby Shook is. He got best lawyer of the year many times in Dallas County. All you got to do is pay attention. I'm telling you, all you got to do is pay attention. They literally gave up this boy for your boy Yellow Beezy Freedom. I know people don't want to realize it right now, but this is what y'all going to have to realize. They literally sacrificed Carmelo Anthony for Yellow Beezy's freedom. Your boy Yellow Beezy is going to walk. Toby Shook made a deal. There was an inside deal made with Toby Shook in Collin County, man. There was an inside deal made, put together with Toby Shook, Collin County, and Dallas County. Y'all better pay attention. Yeah. Oh, the pros is Your boy Yellow Beezy is about to walk in the Mo3 case. The cons is that Carmelo Anthony got sacrificed. Carmelo Anthony got sacrificed so Yellow Beezy could walk. Pay attention. Carmelo Anthony got sacrificed by Toby Shook so Yellow Beezy could walk in the Mo3 trial. Toby Shook represented Carmelo Anthony and he represents Yellow Beezy. There's no way that you telling me a high profile lawyer like Toby Shook with as much presence, with as much education and experience that he has, as much experience that he has, fumbled this case so badly. There's no way that you can make me believe that Toby Keith fumbled this case that badly, experienced as he is. There's no way that you can tell me that Toby Keith only had one person take the stand for Carmelo Anthony. It's no way that you can tell me that Toby Keith only had Carmelo Anthony's mother speak up in the sentencing phase. Pay attention, y'all. This was definitely a Hollywood sacrifice. This was definitely give us that black nigga on the platter. Give us this black nigga in the platter and we'll give you Yellow Beezy. That's what I'm saying. Pay attention. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. And you want to know why I know it was a setup? This is how you know it was a setup. Because don't you think Yellow Beezy would be firing Toby Keith? If I'm Yellow Beezy and I know I'm facing a murder for hire, pay attention, y'all. If I'm Yellow Beezy and I know I'm facing a murder for hire and my lawyer is Toby Keith, the same lawyer that's representing Carmelo Anthony right now, and they saying that he fucked up Carmelo Anthony's case. They saying that he didn't make no objections. They saying that he basically didn't call no witnesses up. They saying that these niggas did the shittiest job they ever seen. If I'm Yellow Beezy, you think I'm not firing Toby Keith the same day? Pay attention. If I'm not Yellow Beezy, you think I'm not having a meeting with Toby Keith and telling him that I want to release him from my case? I just watched this whole case play out with Carmelo Anthony, and I don't think it would be a good fit for you to represent me. Hey, I'm not saying he was going to get off. I'm not saying he was going to get off. What I'm saying is they made sure he wasn't going to get off. What I'm saying is that they didn't even put up a fight. What I'm saying is that they wasn't trying to get him off. All I'm saying is that they didn't even try to put up reasonable doubt. They didn't try to fight reasonable doubt. They wasn't trying to show reasonable doubt. They weren't trying to do anything to help this man win his case. That's what I'm telling you. Whether he was guilty or not. Even if you're guilty of a crime, you still supposed to have a fair defense. Your lawyer is still supposed to fight for you whether you're guilty or not. What I'm trying to tell you is they wasn't even trying to fight for him. They weren't going to fight for him. They had already made an inside deal to help your boy, Yellow Beezy. They already made an inside deal. The deal was already made inside that we're going to trade this little black boy for Yellow Beezy. Y'all better pay attention. I guarantee you, Toby Keith don't look that good, that bad in the Yellow Beezy trial. How much you want, my dude? My dude, let's keep it real. My dude, how you going to say he had a fair trial and the defense only objected one time throughout the whole trial, bro? What are you talking about? Let's keep it real. Even though I know he's guilty, he should go to jail for murder, but I'm going to keep it real. One thing I do is keep it real. How can you say this man had a fair trial when the defense only objected one time throughout the whole trial, my nigga? The defense only brought one witness up. You telling me you had a whole year to look for witnesses in this case to represent Carmelo Anthony, and throughout the whole year, you was only able to get one person? You was only able to get one person to defend this kid? It was only one person that was able to get on the stand and be a witness? You telling me that y'all gave a proper defense? That's not making no sense. Hey, now the case is over. Now the case is over. Everybody should be able to see the video. Now that this case is over, everybody should be able to see the video. Everybody should be able to FOIA request the video and get it. It's not sealed. It's public information. Now that this case is over, if anybody wants the video, all you got to do is FOIA request the video from Collin County Courthouse. That's all you got to do now. They have to release the video. If they don't release the video, then we know something is fishy. If they don't release the video, then we know we got a major problem, because that's public records. It's public records. They have to release the video now. They have to. The trial is over. They could stop you from watching the video while the trial is going on. They could stop from releasing it in the beginning, but now they have to release it. If anybody FOIA requests the video, they have to give it to you. It's public records. It's sealed. Why would it be sealed? Why would it be sealed by the Attorney General? That's weird. Now that's a problem. And that's a problem. Why would it be sealed? That's a problem. If that video is sealed, then we got more issues. And then we should be trying to figure out why Toby Keith and Howard allowed that video to be sealed. Yeah, people put in requests during the trial and before the trial. Have anybody put in requests after the trial? See, during the trial or before the trial, you can't put a request in. It's sealed during the trial. It's sealed before the trial. But is it still sealed now that the trial is over? Damn, it's still sealed. Hey, bro, I never said he was innocent. See, you got it. I'm not fighting his innocence. I know the nigga guilty. What I'm telling you is that how they played the card. What I'm telling you is that they didn't want to take no chance of him even getting off. I'm not justifying whether he's innocent or not. What I'm telling you is the way the prosecution and the way his lawyer, Toby Shook, played this, that they didn't want to take no chances that this nigga get a reasonable doubt and he get off. So they backdoored this nigga no matter what. They backdoored this nigga no matter what. They didn't give him a defense at all. That's what I'm telling you. Whether he was guilty or not guilty, they didn't defend him at all. They didn't defend him at all. One objection, my nigga, I represented myself through a case and I objected more than one time. Let me say that again. I represented myself in a case in Denton County, and I objected in that case more than one time. So don't that tell you something is fishy if you are fighting a murder trial and your defense attorney only objects to the prosecution one time? Don't you think it's fishy when your defense attorney only has one witness on the stand? Don't you think it's fishy that the only person to talk in your sentencing phase is the mother? Nobody else want to speak. I'm just telling you, all you got to do is pay attention and line it up. Look how they lined this shit up. Look how they lined this shit up. Come on. This definitely ain't a race thing. Like I told you, this shit ain't got nothing to do about race, man. I told people in the beginning, this ain't got nothing to do about race. Because if it had something to do about race, then guess what? They wouldn't have had white lawyers. I've been saying that. This ain't got shit to do about race. Because if it had anything to do about race, you wouldn't go out and buy a white lawyer. If I felt like this was a white on black crime, trust me, I wouldn't have got white lawyers. I'm going to get me some black lawyers, not white. You understand that? I'm getting black lawyers to represent me, not white lawyers, if it was about race. What up? What up? That's what I'm telling you, man. All you gotta do is pay attention. Bathroom not open. All you gotta do is pay attention, doc. That's what I tell people. Pay attention, man. If this was about white or black, he would have had an all black motherfucking lawyers. Everybody representing them would have been black. Come on, man. Everybody representing that boy would have been straight black. Wouldn't been not one white man in sight working for him on his team. Everybody would have been black. Everybody would have black. You don't claim the race card and then go get all white attorneys. That's the craziest shit I ever seen in my life, man. You play the race card and then you say, I'm gonna go get me some white attorneys to represent me. What was the point of doing that? I don't get it, man. There you go, man. So help me understand that. Can somebody in the comments help me understand that? Or is it just me? Can anybody in the comments help me understand? How do you play the race card, but then go get a all white attorney? That don't make no sense to me, y'all. I'm just saying. That's why you know this shit was all a money grab. That's how you know this shit was a big money grab. Because if my son was on trial for murder for killing a white little boy, and I'm saying this shit was a money, and I'm saying this shit was about, and I'm literally saying that this shit is racist, and they trying to railroad my son. The last thing that I'm doing is going to get hire some white lawyers to represent me. I'm just keeping it real. Gotta do for you, bro. You already know. That's just me. That's just me, man. Man, Carmelo Anthony and PC. Man, you already know. Man, Carmelo Anthony is in PC, bro. That nigga he in a padded room by himself. A padded room by himself. He looking at the walls. He looking at everything. That nigga is not in general population. He in PC by himself. Protective custody. He is a high profile inmate. High profile inmates don't get put in general population. So he's in PC. He lucky though, because if he was in general population, he would have to become Muslim quick. He would have to put on a bow tie and become Muslim quick, because them Aryan Nation boys gonna eat his ass up. Let's keep it real. Them white gangs in prison, it would get his ass if he was in general population. If he was in general population, he'd probably be gone in a couple weeks. But I already know what's gonna happen to him. I'm gonna tell you right now. I already know what's gonna happen. I don't see him making it a month. I'm gonna keep it real with you, dog. He gonna do exactly what most cowards do when they go to jail and they can't accept the time. I'm keeping it real with you. I already know what he gonna do. He gonna do exactly what most cowards do when they go to jail and can't accept their time. And y'all know what that is. They take their own life. The boy gonna take his own life. We know that. We know that. We know he ain't gonna be able to handle 35 years. No, I got it over here. Yes, sir. You already know. All right, fam. Yeah, that's exactly what he gonna do. I'm telling you. I already know. I already know. I already know what he gonna do. He said if it wasn't about race, why no black jurors? Stop the cap. You straight spewing propaganda. Man, bro, it wasn't no black jurors because it's Collin County, dog. Do you know out of all the people that was probably subpoenaed to jury duty, it probably was only 5 African Americans? Like, come on, bro. Do you know where we talking about, bro? I live in Texas. I live in Texas. I'm right down the street from Collin County. Nigga, I done went to jail in Denton County. I done been to jail in Collin County. I done been to jail in Dallas County. Come on, like you talking to a nigga that been to jail 11 times for assault. I've been to jail 11 times for assault. I'm giving you the real. Out of all the people that was probably subpoenaed to come to jury duty, it probably was only 5 African Americans. That county don't got no black people. That county ain't got no black people in it. Like, come on, the school that Carmelo Anthony went to probably only had 3 black people in the whole school. He probably was one of the 3 black people that went to that school. Don't know black people live in Frisco. Most niggas ain't got money to live in Frisco. That's why I found it funny that they screaming they broke and they need a public defender, but you live in Frisco. I never seen a nigga that live in Frisco need a public defender. That's crazy. How the fuck do you live in Frisco but need a public defender? My nigga, Frisco alone, just to live in Frisco, you have to make over $100,000. Just to live in Frisco and pay a mortgage in Frisco, you have to make over $100,000 a year. Just one parent. One parent has to make over $100,000. How the hell is you broke and one of your parents make over $100,000 just to live in this city alone? Just a 3-bedroom house in Frisco gonna run you over $400,000, my nigga. Just a 3-bedroom house gonna run you over 400,000 in Frisco. How the fuck is you indigent? How the hell you ain't got no money? Pay attention, man. Pay attention. So when I tell you this shit had nothing to do about race, it had nothing to do about race. It had everything to do about money. This was a money grab. This was a money grab. That's why Charleston White ain't fucking with them no more. Why you think Charleston White said, I'm not fucking with them? Because it's all about money. Charleston White said, I got 75,000 for you. We're going to raise up $1 million for you. He contacted the family. First thing the family said was, send us the money. How you doing today? Gotta give way. First thing he said was, send me the money. Send me the money. That's all these people want is money, man. Y'all don't understand, man. Race is the biggest agenda to get money. Like, the race card is the biggest agenda to get money, y'all. Come on. Why you think Black Lives Matter wasn't out there? Why you think you ain't see no Black Lives Matter people? Come on, man. Everybody know what the agenda was. Why you think at the press conference in Dallas they was asking for more money? Thank you. Why you think at the press conference in Dallas when they kicked Austin Metcalf's dad out the press conference, why you think they was begging for more money then? Because it's always been just about money. It's always been just about money. It ain't never been about getting the proper defense. It was never about bridging the gap and bringing the families together. I've been told y'all, the reason that little boy in jail doing 35 years is because his mother and father decide to make it about race. Let's keep it real. The reason that little boy in jail doing 35 years is because his mother and father decided to make it about race. Instead of sitting down on ABC News, coming together, apologizing to the family, saying they sorry for the actions that their son did, telling them that he needs to face the consequences of his actions, and getting in front of the judge as a team and beg for forgiveness. That's all he had to do. If that was my son, we would have came in that courtroom in solidarity. Austin family, the Metcalf family, and the motherfucking Anthony family we would have been sitting together in the courtroom. We would have made the jury understand that this was a mistake that my child did, but we take responsibility for his actions. And I guarantee you, if they would have played their cards different, and they would have did that, I guarantee you, Jet Metcalf would have went to the DA and he would have spoke on their behalf. I put any amount of fucking money up if they would have did that, and they would have accepted their wrongs, apologized to that family. They would have took their consequences like a man. But if they would have took their consequences like a man, and they would have sat down with the family and not made it about race, but made it more about the principle and the actions of what happened to their child and how their son need to be punished. But they want the world to know this was not about race, and we need to fix what's going on in today's society with our youth. I guarantee you, Jeff Metcalf would have went to them people and said, be lenient on this young boy. I guarantee you, the Metcalf family would have said, we forgive him. We understand that he's a young child whose brain is not developed yet. And I guarantee you, that boy would have did 10 years and not 35. I guarantee you he would have got sentenced to 15 and been out in 7.5 and not 35. But because they made it about race, because they wanted to make this shit about race, they wanted to go do everything in the news and turn it into a white and black thing. So black people can go and try to burn the city down. That's why he got 35 years. Come on, man. All this shit was about is money. Green. Shit ain't had nothing to do about black and white. It got something to do about green. How you doing? Got you. Mm-hmm. Niggas always want to talk about money. That's what this was about. This was about green. But nobody want to keep it real, bro. This wasn't about white. It wasn't about black. It was about green. And if it wasn't about green, then Dominique Alexander wouldn't even been in the picture. Let's keep it real. If it wasn't about money, then Dominique Alexander would have never been in the picture. People would have did their research on Dominique Alexander before they ever even put him in front line to talk for their son. Come on, man. Your son fighting for his life, and the main person you got speaking for your son is a child predator. Been to jail for beating up on children, beat up on women, went to jail in Denton County for stealing cars. Went to jail in Denton County for stealing cars. Come on, my nigga. Dominique Alexander, motherfucking criminal record longer than mine. Longer than mine. So if it wasn't about money, why in the fuck in the world would you have Dominique Alexander speaking for your child? Come on, man. Let's be real. And you telling me motherfuckers know what they doing? You telling me that nobody vetted this nigga? Nobody tried to see who the fuck he was and what he was about? Man, y'all stop playing. That's why he robbed the family. Come on. That's why he robbed the family. That's why Dominique Alexander took the money, and every interview he do now, he's taking money. You think these interviews that he doing on 105.1 and all these shows, you think that money going to motherfucking Carmelo? Let's be honest, y'all. Do you think the interviews that your boy Dominique Alexander is doing on the TV, talking about Carmelo Anthony, you think that money is going to Carmelo Anthony parents? You think that money going to the family? No, that shit going in his pocket. That shit going in his pocket. All these niggas align themselves up with this case so they could get $1. That's all they did, bro. Everybody put themselves in a position to align themselves up with this case so they could get $1. Every time a tragedy happens in the world, the first thing people do is come to you and say, start a GoFundMe. Start a GoFundMe. So we could get you a proper defense. We need all as much money as possible. Every time we throw a press conference, we're going to tell them to donate. Every time we have a press conference, we're going to tell them to donate, man. We're going to tell them to keep donating. If they keep donating, then we keep getting more money. Come on, man. It's enough money out there that dude should have never had to hire a public defender to fill out his appeal paperwork. All that money out there, and you had to hire a public defender for his appeal? For his appeal? That don't even make sense, man. That's how you know it was all about the money. And this how you know they full of shit too. This how also, I'm gonna tell you how you know the Carmelo Anthony family full of shit. You seen that video, right? You seen that shit? Let me tell you how I know that. Let me tell you how I know he also full of shit. Exactly, I said that. That's one of the first things I said. That's one of the first things I said. How your own father don't speak for you in the sentencing phase. How your own father don't speak not one time for you in the sentencing phase. Not one time that this man cried. I haven't seen his father cry. I haven't seen his father shed a tear. If you love your son the way you say you do, I love my kids, man. If my kids was facing life in prison, my nigga, I'd be showing all types of emotion. I wouldn't be able to stop crying. Tears would be coming down my eyes. Nigga, if I see my wife crying, it's gonna make me cry. If I see my wife cry, it's gonna make me cry. So you telling me this man doing all these interviews, just watch his son get life in prison, and he ain't crying not one time? This man didn't even get on the stand to speak for his child? You mean, my nigga, nothing in the world could stop me from getting on the stand and speaking on my son's behalf in the sentencing phase? Make that make sense. Nothing in the world, I mean, nothing in the world could make me not get on the stand and speak for my son on his behalf in a sentencing phase. These white people in this jury, remember, these are all white jury. Remember, they're supposed to be an all white jury. So you telling me your son's life is on the line with an all white jury, and you didn't decide to get on a stand and speak up for him? And that's exactly what they did. And that's exactly what they did. They promoted racism for money. They provoked racism. Do you not understand what they tried to do, dog? They wanted us to go burn Collin County down. They literally tried to say this was a modern day lynching. They called it a modern day lynching. They wanted us to riot like the Rodney King days. This is what they wanted us to do. They wanted us to riot like the Rodney King days. They wanted us to go crazy and go all out for someone who deliberately murdered somebody. And before he did it, he said, touch me and watch what I do to you. The boy said, touch me and watch what I do to you. If that's not more premeditated, then what the fuck is? If that's not premeditated murder, then what the fuck is? The boy said, watch me and touch me and watch what I do to you. They wanted a race war. That's what they wanted. They wanted a civil war. They wanted a race war, and they wanted black people to go crazy in Collin County. They wanted every black person to go up to Collin County and be fucking illiterate, be retarded. They wanted us to dance on the news like them dumb niggas was doing outside the courthouse. And all them niggas outside the courthouse made us look stupid. Every last one of them niggas that was outside the courtroom made us look stupid. And don't let me speak on them, because I could tell you damn near every 90% of them people that was outside the courtroom, all them niggas is bloggers. Every last one of them people that was on the news outside the courtroom are clout chasing bloggers from Scope, from Ratchet TV, from Queen 88, all them motherfuckers. The dude dancing who got arrested, come on, man. What did he do, family? You know how I do. Now I'm seeing chopping it up on YouTube with these niggas, giving them some game. You know how I be on my YouTube shit. So on my YouTube shit, giving them some game on this Carmelo Anthony case. On this motherfucking case. But yeah, like I was saying, everybody outside that courtroom, dog, that was out there for clout, I could tell you everybody who it was. Everybody is from, most of all them niggas that was outside the courtroom from the Mo3 sector. You already know. Come on, man. They got Queen 88 on the news, fake crying. Come on, they got Queen 88 on the news, fake crying, acting like she give a fuck about the little boy. Queen 88 ain't got none of her kids. This is why I say y'all niggas make us look stupid. You got Queen 88 on the news acting like she give a fuck about Carmelo Anthony. She ain't got custody of she only got custody of 2 of her kids. Don't even got custody of the rest of her kids. She ain't never gave a fuck about no black young little boy ever. The dude jumping around in the white man's face, he a blogger on YouTube. He got arrested right after that because he had a gun on him. Ratchet running around in the parking lot with all pink on. He just got arrested 3 weeks ago for domestic violence. Ratchet TV was running around out there like he was some holy nigga. He just got arrested for domestic violence in Denton County 3 weeks ago. That's why I'm saying, like, all these niggas outside the courtroom that's out there talking about they fuck with Carmelo Anthony, all them niggas is criminals. All of them is criminals. All of them. That's why if I'm Jeff Metcalf, I'm laughing too. I'm keeping it real with you. If I'm Jet Metcalf, I'm laughing too at you niggas. Y'all didn't bring the proper people to the motherfucking cookout. Y'all niggas brought all the hood babies, all the criminals, and all the retarded bloggers to the courthouse to make a fool out of that boy Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, y'all picked the right one, dog. Y'all picked the right one. Nigga, if that was my son, I would have came outside the courthouse and told all you niggas to leave. If that was my son and his life was on the line, and I saw all you dirty ass YouTube bloggers out there making it about y'all and making it about race, I would have told y'all all to leave the fucking courthouse. I would have told the judge, can you get rid of all them niggas? They making my family look bad. Come on, man. Y'all know how this shit go. You know how this shit go. But this I'm gonna tell you that they full of shit though. This is what I was about to tell you, how they full of shit and how we know they full of shit though. This how you know they full of shit. If my son is facing life in prison, my nigga, facing 35 years in prison, and he just got sentenced to 35 years at TDC, guess what I'm doing the next day? Guess what I'm doing the next day, nigga? I'm putting my house up for sale. Because I'm trying to get out of this racist town. I'm trying to get out of this racist county. This how you know they full of shit. If a county just sentenced my son to 35 years and they supposed to be this racist and the people here are so racist, you think I want to be here? You think I want to continue to live here? Nigga, the next day I would have put my house up for sale. The next day it would have been all over the news. Carmelo Anthony, mother and father puts their house up for sale to help get their son a new lawyer. Carmelo Anthony, mother and father sells their car, puts their car up for sale to get their child a new lawyer. You do know that you could downsize your life. You could downsize your assets to get your son a lawyer, right? You do know that, right? You do know you could downsize your assets so your son could get the proper representation. That's why I say the niggas is full of shit. Because if it wasn't about money, if it was about race, then guess what? If it was about money, I'm selling shit right now. I got enough assets to get my son a lawyer. I'm selling this house. I'm selling these cars. We selling jewelry. Nigga, we just going to downsize. Whatever we got to do, we downsize for my son. And if it was about race, then guess what? I'm definitely moving the fuck out of this county. Why would I want to still be living in a county where they gave my son 35 years? Why would I still want to live in a county, in a jurisdiction where I claim they racist and they have an agenda? Come on, man. Y'all better pay attention. Pay attention. This shit ain't got nothing to do about race. Shit got everything to do about money. 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 Go watch them press conferences, dog. Go watch all the press conferences that the motherfucking Anthony family had. Hey, we close right now. Right now. on, just go watch them videos, bro. Go watch the press conferences, and I guarantee you're gonna see what I'm talking about, dog. In every press conference they had, the main agenda was money. From what they talked about, everything. The main agenda of every press conference was to get money. It wasn't to give y'all information about the case. It wasn't to try to look for good lawyers for Carmelo Anthony. Every press conference they had was to get more money. Oh yeah, it's a lot of Indian people in Frisco because you gotta have money to live in Frisco. That's what I'm trying to tell you. My nigga, Google how much money do you have to make yearly to live in Frisco. Google how much the houses cost in Frisco. A regular 3-bedroom, 1-story house is gonna run you 300 to 400,000 in Frisco, man. You understand what I'm telling you? A regular 3-bedroom, 1-story house is gonna run you 300 to 400,000 in Frisco. You are not a poor nigga living in Frisco. There's no way that you can tell the court that I live in Frisco and I'm poor. There's no way that you can tell the world I live in Frisco, Texas, but I'm poor. When you have to make a salary over $100,000 a year just to live there. Just to live there, man. Just to live in Frisco, you have to make over $100,000. Google how much money do you have to make per year to live in Frisco? And you telling me the Anthony family poor? Get the fuck out of here. It's all about money. It's all about money. All about money. It's all about money. What it do? Where you been at? Oh, Alta Mesa? Huh? Hell yeah, same shit. I'll be out there in a minute as soon as I finish this. All right. Come on, pay attention, dog. It's always been about money. If it ain't about money, then why they ain't sell their house yet? I'ma just keep it real. If it ain't about money, then why you ain't sell your house yet? I would have sold my house already. Nigga, my house would have been on the market the day my son got locked up. Before I even started begging people for money, before I ever begged people for money, my house would have been on the market for sale. How are you begging people for money and you not busting your ass to get no money? Come on, y'all better pay attention. Come on, pay attention. If it was about money, before you start asking the next nigga to give you money, you're going to start doing what you need to do to get to the money. And the first thing I would have did is motherfucking put my house up for sale. I would have sold cars. I would have did all type of shit to get money. I would have got the fuck out of Frisco. Do you know how much money they house is worth? Come on, man. Do you know how much money they house worth? They not gonna tell you that though. That's the shit they not. They'd rather tell you to donate to they GoFundMe than to put their house up for sale. They'd rather have you donate to a fake cause. Exactly. Exactly. A medium home in Frisco is $600K. How the fuck is they broke? Pay attention. A medium home in Frisco is $600K. How the fuck is the Anthony family broke? How the fuck is you out here begging people for money? How the fuck do you got a public defender? Pay attention, man. It's all about getting more money off the back of fake racism. This is all about getting rich off of the backs of the people. That's what this is about. Taking y'all money. Nigga, I wish I would donate to that nigga. I wish I would donate to a killer. I wish I would donate to a killer. I wish I would donate my hard-earned money to a motherfucker who mother and father live in a $600,000 house. I wish I would donate my hard-earned money and you live in a better area than I do. Nigga, you live in a better house than me. You live in a better area than me. And you want me to give you my hard-earned money because your child decided that he wanted to change his life and stab somebody? Get the fuck out of here. That's why I say black people are blind. Black people blind, bro. All you got to do is say the race card and you niggas will fight for it. Nigga, every time. All you got to do is say the race card and niggas jump up. That's my point, nigga. We out here struggling for real. This motherfuckers out here struggling for real. Need money for real. And y'all fell for this fake ass race shit. Y'all actually fell for this shit. That family got more money than y'all. Come on, man. That's why Jeff Metcalf is laughing. Mm-mm. Like 10 minutes. That's why Jeff Metcalf is laughing at you niggas. Because he watching all you bums give away your hard-earned money to a cause that's pathetic. He watching all y'all give y'all hard-earned money to a man who committed murder. He watching all y'all give y'all hard-earned money to a family that's not even using your money for proper representation. They not even using your money for proper representation. These niggas ain't even selling their own shit. Come on, man. You telling me you want me to give you my money, but you ain't sold none of your shit? Man, I bet you Carmelo Anthony ain't even pawn a ring. Come on, man. I bet you that family ain't have to spend none of their own money. He said, did you see a video of Carmelo people walking up? Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. That shows how lost we are. That shows how lost we are, man. Oh, bro, that shows how lost we are. I seen exactly what you talking about. That shows exactly how lost we are. We are so lost as a people that we would walk up to another man and say, that's why he did this to your son. As if law of attraction ain't real. As if law of attraction ain't real. Some of these motherfuckers got kids. The same people that's saying that's why he did this to your son forget that they got kids and something can happen to their son. You do know law of attraction is real. What you put out to the world might not necessarily come out how you want it, but it might come back to you. Just because you said that, it might come out to one of you motherfuckers and your son might be the next one going. It's called law of attraction, nigga. You can't put words out there to the atmosphere and expect it to come out the way you want it. Just because you said it, that shit might boomerang right back to you. And your son be the next one laying on the pavement. And I hope you remember what you said to that man about his kids. I hope all you people remember what you said to that man about his kids, because all you got kids and there ain't no guarantee that y'all motherfucking kids is going to live forever. Remember that. That's why I laugh at you niggas, man. That's exactly why I laugh at you niggas. Because y'all niggas be faking it for real. Faking it for real. I saw some people out that courtroom talking about that child. Man, I saw people outside that courtroom talking about that child, Austin Metcalf, like they was the best parents in the world. Do you know I know so much about some of the motherfuckers that was outside that courtroom that I could demolish them? I could destroy them. It's motherfuckers that was outside that courtroom that can't even see their kids. Ratchet TV can't even see his kids. Ask that nigga when the last time he seen his kids. Ratchet TV don't even know where his kids at. He got all types of sexual charges on him. That nigga went to jail for prostitution. A nigga. Queen 88, when the last time she seen her kids? The state took her kids. The state took Queen 88 kids. There's so many motherfuckers outside that courtroom whose life is in shambles. Some of them motherfuckers need to be at work. All them niggas ain't got no job. You motherfuckers outside the courtroom and ain't none of you niggas got a job. This is what our taxes go to. Our taxes go to motherfuckers that stand outside the courtroom. All them niggas had EBT cards. Every last one of them that was outside the courtroom got an EBT card. It's just niggas don't like the truth, man. That's the only thing I don't understand, the truth. Niggas do not like facts. They don't like truth. And they will use anything to fuck the game up. And I'm just keeping it real. I'm gonna let y'all know something else. Y'all barking up the wrong tree. Y'all barking up the wrong tree because you know what's about to happen. I'm gonna tell y'all what's about to happen. Your boy Carmelo Anthony going to get another trial, right? And it ain't going to go the way you niggas think. Carmelo Anthony might get a new trial on appeal. But guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen, y'all? He might get more time than they gave him. You do know just because you get a retrial doesn't mean that you're going to get a lesser sentence. Just because you get a new trial do not mean that you're guaranteed a lesser sentence. I seen people get a new trial. I put this on my life. I seen a dude go on appeal for a new trial, and he got more years on his new trial than he had original. Let me say this again. I seen a nigga do an appeal on a case, and he got more time on his appeal than he had on his original case. I think he had like 15 years on his regular case. He appealed it and ended up getting 25. So I hope the Carmelo Anthony family know that you are putting your son at risk to get more time. You are putting your son at risk to do life. Because me personally, I think he should have got life. Hey, we closed right now. My register down. My register not up. I'm keeping it real with y'all. You do know that it's a possibility that when he do this retrial, that he may get life. It's probably some people in the jury that spared him, that the next jury might not spare him. Let me say this again. The reason that boy probably only got 35 years and not life is probably off of his mother's testimony. Because his mother spoke to the jury. For all we know, that jury probably was going to give that boy life in prison until his mother spoke. And they decided to give him 35. The next jury that this man stand up in front of might not be that gracious to him. Ain't no guarantee that the next jury gonna be as gracious as this jury that gave him 35 years. Parole at 17. Do you know how, I don't understand, bro. Jeff Metcalf can never see his son again. Hunter Metcalf can never see his brother again. The Anthony family will always be able to talk to Carmelo. Carmelo will always be able to pick up the phone from jail and call his mother and his brother. The Anthony family will always be able to visit him in jail. The Metcalf family don't have that privilege. Even with him doing 35 years in jail, they don't have the privilege to see their son again. I guarantee you, if you ask the Metcalf family, would they prefer their son being in jail for 35 years or dead? They would take their son being in jail for 35 years. Let me say this again. I guarantee you, if you ask the Metcalf family, if you had to choose your son being dead or 35 years in jail, they would take the 35 years in jail any day. And so I say that to say, how dare you? How dare you take a man's life, only get 35 years, eligible for parole in 17, and you complain? And you complain? To me, you got a good sentence. I'm gonna keep it real. To me, you got a great sentence. My nigga, if I'm Carmelo Anthony family, I would have walked out the courtroom happy. If I'm Carmelo Anthony's father and my son got 35 years after taking somebody's life and up for parole in 17, I am happy. I call that a win. I call that a win. He didn't get life. There's a chance that my son will come home one day. He didn't get life. That's why I say you got to be the greediest people I ever seen in my life. You got to be the most evilest people I ever seen in my life. Because for you to be that evil and not accept your penalty, not accept your faith, my dude, 17 years is graceful. If you go in that motherfucker, you hold your head low, you handle your business, you get your degrees, you're gonna be able to go to college. You're gonna get a college degree. You're gonna get some trades. Everything you want to do in that jail, you're gonna be able to do. Guess what? Guess what, Carmelo? Austin can't do nothing no more. Austin can't do shit no more. He can't call home. He can't get a visitation. Only visitation Austin getting is at the grave site. At the grave site. So you telling me that you upset and you may be coming home in 17 years? You do know the boy is only 19 right now? 17 years from now, that nigga still be in his 30s? 17 years from now, that boy will still be in his 30s. And you telling me y'all complaining? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You telling me that y'all got a nerve to complain and this boy is eligible for parole in 17 years? Bro, both of them is evil. Both of them is evil. The mother is evil and the daddy is evil. The mother is evil and the daddy is evil. Let's keep it real. For you to even go along with the race shit, you evil. Let's keep it real. You have to be an evil individual to allow somebody to influence you and say, yo, let's make this about race. Let's be honest. Do you know how evil you have to be and conniving you have to be to take a simple murder and turn it into a race crime? To make it about race? Do you know how evil you gotta be? And guess what? And guess what? Let me tell y'all something else. I'm not open right now. My shit down. It's gonna be probably like 5 minutes. And guess what, y'all? I'm about to bust y'all bubble even more. I'm about to bust your bubble even more. Guess what, y'all? This how evil you know they is and how stupid you know they is. You know why? This is the difference between the Metcalf family and the Anthony family. Let me put you on game. The difference between the Metcalf family and the Anthony family. The Anthony family made it about race, right? You do know, if the Metcalf family wanted to, they could have tried to aim for a hate crime. Let me say this again. If Jeff Metcalf wanted to, he could have been screaming, this was a hate crime. You stabbed my son because he was white. Since this was about race, let's be honest. Since this was so-called about race, and it was supposed to be a white thing and a black thing, not one time did we hear Austin Metcalf dad say that this was a hate crime. If it was the other way around and Austin Metcalf would have stabbed Carmelo Anthony, everybody would have been screaming, this is a hate crime. Everybody would have been screaming for Austin Metcalf to do more time because it was a hate crime. Let me say that again. If Austin Metcalf was the one who stabbed Carmelo Anthony, everybody would be screaming that this is a hate crime. Not one time did we hear Jeff Metcalf scream the hate crime. Because guess what? If that was my son, if Austin Metcalf was my son, and y'all was screaming this racist shit, guess what I would have did? I would have had the DA push for a hate crime. I would have had, since y'all want to play the racist card, I would have had the DA push for the hate crime, and I really would have got your boy locked up. I really would have got him extra time on his sentence, because I would have said that he killed my son because he was white. Because my son was white, that's why he didn't fight him. That's why he chose to stab him. See, y'all got to pay attention. That's how you know that the Anthony family is full of shit. Because if it was about race, then guess what? Then it would have been a hate crime towards your boy Anthony. It would have been a fucking hate crime. That's what people don't understand. When it's really a racist shit involved, when it's really two racist people involved, it's a hate crime. Why you think hate crime charges was never brought up against Anthony? Because Jeff Metcalf the whole time was trying not to make it about race. It never was about race for Jeff Metcalf. If it was about race, trust me, if this shit was about race, if this shit was solely about race, the DA would have put hate crime charges on Carmelo Anthony. Because please believe it, if it was the other way around, and Austin Metcalf stabbed Carmelo Anthony, every black person in the DFW would be screaming, it's a hate crime. Everybody would be screaming that, man. Everybody and their mama would be saying, oh, it's a hate crime. It's a hate crime. This a hate crime. This a hate crime. This a hate crime. But watch. Remember I told you, your boy about to get more time than he ever thought he was going to get. That's you in that car right there? I was just wondering. Your boy about to get more time than he ever thought he was going to get now, dog. Remember I told y'all. Because God don't like ugly. Just because one jury decided on 35 years don't mean that the other ones will. That's one thing about getting a retrial, my nigga. When you retrial your case, everything starts over. Everything starts over, y'all, when you retrial your case. So ain't no guarantee that if they go to court again and they redo this trial all over again, the new jury might say life. The new jury might be like, nah, we don't agree with that 35-year shit. We feel like he should have been in jail for life. That's what the new people might say. Ain't no chance that ain't no law that says if you get a retrial, that you're gonna get less time. Am I right? When you get a retrial, ain't no guarantee that you're gonna get less time. You might get more time. How you doing, bro? Ain't no guarantee. All right. Shit, since I've been here, 10 o'clock. Ain't no guarantee. I seen a dude get 15 years. He did a retrial, ended up with 25. New jury, new everything. They restart the case like nothing ever happened. So, like I said, y'all better pay attention. Don't don't be surprised if your boy Carmelo Anthony retrial and end up getting life this time. Don't be surprised. I don't want then they gonna be really talking about, oh, this ain't fair. This ain't fair. How he getting more time? Oh well, he retried this case. Instead of him being grateful with the 35, be out in 17 on parole, he decided to retrial his case. And when he did a retrial, the jury wasn't as lenient as the last jury. See, because a good lawyer would have told him, you got off. A good lawyer would have told him that I don't think you should even put in for appeal. Huh? I don't run deals here. This ain't my stuff. I just sell them. Like almost 6. How you doing? At a regular price. Only thing only for sale is the donuts. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yeah, they gonna find out. Nah, just donuts. Yeah, but y'all remember I said it, man. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna leave y'all on that, man. Hopefully your boy get his shit together. Hopefully he handle business, man. Hopefully they handle business. But y'all know what it is, man. If you ain't subscribed to the page, make sure y'all subscribe to the page, man. Share the live. Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy Gangsta Cat with the bounce. I got the news you can use, man. You already know. Appreciate y'all. What's up? You already know what it is. You already know what it is. The Bounce, the #1 spot on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like.